Goodbye, Lafayette.
Bill this.
What?
Wark. Hey everybody.
Hi.
Welcome to Bloodwork, episode 12 of season 3. As you can see, Andy's sporting a new look. He was inspired by Tara Thornton.
Hi.
So, let's talk about this finale, people. Should we just jump right into it?
Yes. That finale sucked. We love you, Alan.
Okay, so we start off with Russell and Eric, you know, like sizzling, like little sizzlings in a pan.
Dennis, you're a good-looking guy, and you just got to be. You had the fried pancake makeup. It was just terrible.
Yeah, you look like a a
looked a
barbecue
little
casualty. You look a little ashy, girl.
A little
Moisturize. Godric shows up, you know, at the 11th
Phantom
hour,
Godric.
and is like, "Oh, my child. Oh, forgiveness, my child. Peace, forgiveness, love. I'm wearing white after Labor Day. Go, peace, love, whiteness." Bleh. And meanwhile, Suki runs into the woods in a dream and sees the Chandelier mothership.
What? That was a horrible chandelier. My God. Did not go with the decor.
Of the forest.
No.
And then Suki goes out and shoots lasers.
But you know what? So we know the trigger now. She has to get mad.
Mm-hmm.
She's got to get mad to get glad.
I gotta say though, I like Mad Suki.
Oh my God, evil Suki! She took that Talbot and put it down the drain with the garbage. She turned that switch and she was like, so maybe fairies got a dark side.
Russell, blah blah blah, cement. It was like a Sopranos leftover scene from The Sopranos all of a sudden.
Yeah,
and,
what?
And he gets buried. He's not gone. Russell is not gone. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say.
Nah.
He's coming back. They would have staked him if they wanted to get rid of him. Bill shows his true colors. He's a shit.
Bill.
He tries to get Pam killed. And then...
Nobody touches that Pam.
No, we do not.
Do not
F
mess
with my
with
Pam.
the Pam.
He tries to smooth things over with Suki, and Eric somehow gets out of the cement because Pam helps her. Bill gets sucked out the door by the strength of Suki's bitch please.
Suki! It's like a scene out of Evil Dead 2. He was like...
No, the Evil Dead 2 scene was later when Bill had the queen come over. And they both went...
So Bill, you're a bad boy, but in a bad way.
They kind of went... They did go there. We predicted a couple episodes ago they were going to go there, and they went there.
Another question is she's going to go there with... You know who?
With Eric.
Alcide? I don't know. Like, Alcide's really popular.
My big question is, speaking of Alcide... And I don't mind speaking of Alcide. Where's Debbie? So meanwhile, Lafayette gets
she's
Jesus.
having visions.
He's having these kind of awesome visions, and he gets Jesus to confess that he's a witch. But he says it in Spanish, so it's a lot sexier. And for some reason, Lafayette doesn't seem terribly concerned. Lafayette, who's been a drug dealer
was
and a
relieved
prostitute,
to hear that.
and he's like, "Oh, this guy I'm dating is a witch and didn't tell me." And well, if that's all, thank God. Oh,
I'm sorry. That would make my radar go, "Oh no! Yeah. Oh no!" Lafayette, when he was waiting outside of Merlot's, he had the little hood. It was very cloaked. It was very sort of witchy looking.
Meanwhile, in Hot Shot, Calvin gets his face shot off and killed.
Calvin, my God,
His son.
Like, "You're not going away." Oh. See you later.
Yeah. So now Jason is like the king of the Hooverville.
Jason's king of the pantsless. But where did Jason take all these people? Apparently the whole town of Hot Shot consists of like 20 people or less.
20 extras in spoiled underwear.
And they're all living at Jason's house, probably.
You know, the only thing out of that whole storyline, I really wish Andy Bellafleur would have taken that V. Because that would have been awesome.
God knows what that man would be.
He'd get that like killer hard-on that Jason got in season 1 from all the V, and he'd walk around banging people with it. Kevin!
I think he would make a beeline.
Kenya.
He'd make a beeline right to that Fed, that like 60-year-old daddy Fed, and be like, "God,
Where's my lucky strikes?
I'll give you a lucky strike."
Hoyt and Jessica, super cute, playing house.
Oh my God, how dare you make something evil out of Hoyt and Jessica? I want it to be all happy kittens and flowers. Why do you have to mess that up? Why?
You don't want little evil baby dolls?
I don't want nothing.
Yeah, well, with Chucky in the living room.
Hoyt's mom is up to no good, and I think she's resorting to possibly witchcraft, which I don't think that a good Christian woman would resort to that, but, you know.
But you know what? She's not a good Christian woman. And then Tommy Sam... Okay, Tommy can't read. You know what? It is legit. It's terrible. It's a bad thing, and I feel for Tommy.
But Tommy, there's help.
Do you think Sam shot him?
I think he shot the tree next to him.
So it fell over.
I fell over and disabled him so that Sam could grab the bag and run back home.
That's elaborate.
He's a good guy.
They tried to bat him up this episode too, like talking to Tara. You know, hoe cake making bloody-handed Sam.
Boxer shorts.
He was the way he was sitting. Ooh.
Oh.
He's a good guy.
He's a good guy.
He didn't shoot Tommy.
I don't think he shot Tommy.
You know what he did? He sat down with a Dr. Seuss book. He said, "The cat is in the hat."
The cat in the hat came back.
The only other staking point we had to talk about is that final scene.
You don't end an absolutely fabulous season of amazingness with
A fart.
a fart. It was like a fart in the woods and nobody was there. No, it was a fart in the cemetery and nobody was there to smell it. Not even dead people.
If a fairy farts in the cemetery and there's nobody alive to smell it.
Who doubts it? Nobody. Whatever. Oh my god, it's
Whatever
like a
Suki.
makeover
What
again.
was your whatever Suki moment?
Well, the first one that comes to mind immediately is, okay, Russell is left out in the sun all alone. There's werewolves that could still potentially, that were aligned with Russell, save him, and...
My whatever Suki moment was her running out to the graveyard to talk to Gran.
In the middle of the night!
After you know there are vampires fighting for your blood.
That was my other whatever Suki moment.
And you run out into the... moments before we had the Suki who would take someone's lover's remains and put them down the garbage disposal and laugh.
Wake up, girl!
Could we get a posthumous bitch please from Gran? Here's another thing though. Why has Suki not had a shift at Merlotte's for like a week?
Apparently she's on sabbatical.
Work! 3, 2, 1, go.
Sam! Oh my god! Ever since your fantasy with Bill, I've secretly...
Andy likes a man with a past. I said
And
Alcide.
buns. What? Alcide?
I'm sorry. You know what?
He's got the puppy dog eyes.
It took him being away for several episodes for me to realize that, oh my god, you're crazy hot. Crazy!
Well, between Sam's buns
And Alcide's...
and Alcide's everything else.
Between Sam's buns. You wish.
Sam's...
The wolf bag is actually full
wait.
of our laundry. So we are...
Is the game up?
The jig is up.
The jig is up!
We are just going to read the wolf bag question.
Has it come to this?
It has. Veronica, in your opinion, what was the worst cliffhanger in all 3 seasons? Funny you should ask.
This one...
Did it shit the bed?
It kind of crapped my pants. In a bad way. Like, it was something... somebody sat on my lap and crapped...
Is there a good way to crap your pants?
Out of all the amazing things you could have done, you picked this? She just, like, disappeared. It's like, you know what? No. Could have had Russell wriggling under the wet cement or something. Or something with Tara, like, what happened to her, like, where she's going, or I don't anything else.
Like, when did Tara become a cosmetologist?
A what?
She gave herself that haircut.
Oh, which looked good.
You look good, girl.
You look good.
You got
with
a
that
talent.
hair.
You got to follow up on that.
Look, it was short and sassy and
It had
natural.
body. It was fabulous. The first cliffhanger we actually cared about, Lafayette. That was the cliffhanger.
First season was the most amazing cliffhanger.
Season 2 cliffhanger wasn't really that much of a cliffhanger because you knew that Bill didn't leave because they showed someone grab him. This season cliffhanger isn't really much of a cliffhanger because I never walked to the edge of that cliff to begin with.
You know Suki is not in peril. I'm not worried about her. Like, even if she's, like, disappeared from the planet Earth, like, she's still okay.
From the second or third episode, we were like, there's so much going on this season, which we loved, but the challenge to make that satisfying, you actually have to bring it all to come together again at the end.
But
honestly, the rest of the storylines, the Jesus Lafayette storyline, the Arlene storyline, the Jason storyline, they didn't feel like a season finale at all. It felt like a mid-season episode. I know you have to leave loose ends in a season finale to kick off next season, but they didn't tie up anything.
And Tara just drove off into the sunset.
What would you rate this episode?
You know, I think this episode ran a 7. And there were lots of amazing things that happened, obviously. We talked about it, but I just kind of feel let down a little. God, I don't like that feeling. I don't like it. I don't like that.
I don't think I like it either. I was going to say a 6, and I will stick to that. It did not feel like a finale. There were moments that were amazing. The whole exchange between Suki and Bill in her house when she rescinds the invitation and he goes flying out the window, that was great television. It was perfect.
And I really
it was
felt...
what this show should be. It was gorgeous, but it was a minute and a half out of 60 minutes that were really frustrating and disappointing. I'm not saying that it's jumped the sook.
No.
I just think they bit off more than they can chew.
You know what you do when you bit off more than you can chew? Just spit it out and take another bite. A smaller bite.
So between the two of us, that is a 6.5 for the finale, which...
That's not really good for a
good.
finale.
But on the whole...
Oh my goodness. We gotta keep this clean for the children out there.
Yeah. And we do have children who watch our show, and we love
if you're
you.
a child, please forgive our
We hope
swearing. We should never repeat what we say.
On the whole, I would give this season an 8. What about you?
As a whole, I think an 8 is a great number.
Okay.
It's like 2 holes put together.
So on the whole,
it's great.
As a whole, we would give season 3 of True Blood an 8
8.
For the season as an
Out of a
overall
possible
rating.
10.
Which is great.
In perspective.
We had a lot of fun. We really did. We had a lot of fun. We're actually going to probably do a couple things post-season in the next couple weeks, wrapping up season. CampBlood.org is still going strong, and I'll be recapping Dexter and doing horror movie and television reviews as we usually do, and probably bringing back House of Horrors, our home improvements program.
What's that?
Oh, it's fun.
I will definitely have some additions to the Alcide,
Expansion.
Jessica, and Russell paper dolls.
Ooh.
Thank you to everybody that has commented and participated in our silly, crazy world here, that whatever the hell this is that we do.
Thanks for being with us this season, and we hope you've enjoyed it, and we are not going away. We're not disappearing.
I'm back.